Hello and welcome. Today I'm in the Tier 8 German cruiser, the Tirpitz, battleship. Okay, in this match I pretend I'm a cruiser by firing HE in the Tirpitz. This is from 0.5.1, that was during the time when AP was completely messed up, so I figured I would try a match where I just fire HE at targets in the Tirpitz. Also sorry for being so late with the video and all that. I was kinda got late and then I was watching the news for the rest of time. Very unfortunate news. I just hope people are okay. Anyways, enough about that. I start out by going towards A, because capping is like where all the experience comes from right now after the patch. So I really want to cap A. I also found some targets, and that's an Amagi, so I just fire HE, because, you know, I can. Actually, AP against battleships is pretty okay, or was okay at this point in the patch, more or less. You could still get, like, citadels and stuff. Also, I destroyed 10 AA guns and or secondaries with one volley, just with the front guns. Oh my god, my capping was reset, so I lost some points there. But anyways, HE is nice because I can fire at destroyers and I can set battle boats on fire and stuff like that, you know. I'll just pretend I'm a cruiser, because my top speed is almost like a cruiser's anyway. I mean, and I also have torpedoes. And my guns also reload faster than usual guns. I mean, yeah, whatever. Anyways, look, lots of planes. Planes are nice. I'm gonna slow down. I also turned in a way where I moved away from the planes. I mainly want the torpedo bombers gone. They are the priority, but since they are gone, now it's dive bomber time. Also, the Mahan actually used smoke here. Maybe I can like stand inside smoke, or maybe that's unlikely, I'm not sure. More fires on the Amagi. Fires can end up dealing quite a lot of damage when fired or when shot by a battleship. Trouble is that if the enemy battleship that you're firing at or enemy ship has the fire reduction stuff, it might not last that long, because you know you have almost 30 seconds reload between shots. Although actually, if we're honest, then playing the Tirpitz was kinda disappointing during this patch, because you know the speciality of the Tirpitz is that she can't get citadeled. So if other ships can't get citadel either, she isn't as great anymore. But anyway, since I can see the Lexington, I'm gonna target the Lexington, I think. Also, these carriers are like sending all their planes to their deaths. I already have 10 plane kills with the Tirpitz. It doesn't have that great anti-air. There's a Nagata as well, but to be honest, if I can fire at the carriers, I think I'll pick that, because HE deals quite a lot of damage to carriers, and fires are incredibly useful too. But since they're not visible, I'll pick the Colorado as a target. I don't want to get too close to them though. The Colorado is a nice target because the Colorado is very good to shoot at with HE for some reason. I don't know why, but superstructure seems to, you know, not stand up very well to HE. I'm also switching to AP at the moment, because if I am having battleships that are angled badly towards me, that is good for me. then shooting AP isn't very bad. But look at this, 9,400 damage in one HE volley against a battleship. I mean, if you do things like that, HE is okay. But, I mean, AP is amazing if you kind of like Citadel and stuff. Also, since during this time, when the shell hits the water, it won't go towards the ship. So firing at the water line isn't the preferred idea. You want to fire a bit higher, so that you know, if you aim at the water line, some of your shells will fall into the water, like half or so. So if you aim a bit higher, less shells will fall into the water. And I switched back to HE again, because he apparently, or probably, used his repairs. So I will be able to do fires again, if I hit fires, of course. Fires are really nice. You know, I've been thinking, actually, that if you fire HE on battleships, you might not actually want to fire like all your guns at once. Like fire some guns, have them repaired, and fire the other ones. Although against US battleships it's kinda useless because their damage control party lasts for like 20 seconds. So your next volley would almost be ready, especially on the Tirpitz. But yeah, capping gives so much experience, so rushing in to cap is nice. I'm not dealing much damage because I'm not hitting very many shells. I'm kind of far away though. I'm getting lots of fires though, which is good. Like I've been just doing circles in this one place. Like the priority is that I just don't die and I keep firing all my guns. Because battleships at the moment, at this current time, weren't very strong, so doing this kind of stuff was good enough for the first wins of the day. Now that wargaming has fixed citadels and stuff, battleships are great again. Okay, that Colorado is gone. Why not shoot at one of the carriers then? Okay, I switched AP because I might be able to like Citadel maybe, a Herio, maybe.
Our victory is in sight.
I thought of shooting at Lexington, but the Herio is standing still and the Herio is pointed towards me, so that if he wants to start running away he would have to move towards me and then turn around and go away and all that stuff. And it seems that there was some smoke coming off the Herio, so I thought that the Herio was starting to move, so I fired AP, but now I switched back to HE because, you know, I figure I'm not really gonna get Citadels. Because the Herio didn't really move forward, my volley missed. But because we're winning pretty healthily, I'll just try to shoot at the Herio some more for more damage and experience. Thought though, I would imagine that the Herio would at least go backwards. No, he's in such a situation. Also, that's an Amagi at 9 kilometers. Okay, I think I just took out his engine. So that if he... Didn't he repair? Yeah, I think he repaired earlier, so he can't really run away now. Oh, I think he's pretty screwed. Okay, torpedo bombers incoming. And dive bombers, but there's only one. If I can fire torpedoes at the Zamagi, that would be very good. Oh, even if the Herio did repair, he would have been screwed by the next destruction of the engine. Also, I messed up against Amagi. I fired these torpedoes when they were clearly being spotted by planes, and I fired exactly at where the Amagi would be going according to the prediction line, so I'm definitely gonna miss, but I'll fire my torpedoes towards the cruiser here. Should be a Mogami. I imagine that he's gonna fire torpedoes back at me, but I'll turn away because there are torpedoes incoming from the destroyer. And I tried to finish off this hero because once the hero dies, the game should end. Wow! 19,000 damage from the Fusa in one volley. Very nice. Really nice by the Fusa. And I imagine that didn't actually include a Citadel hit. Although I don't know if that's actually possible. Ooh, 9,400 experience. 450k. Very good. Lots of fire. 9 fires. 18 planes shot down. And I was number 1. Wow, look, this is 98,000 damage by using HE and another 6,000 for AP. So over 100k damage, and I mostly fired HE. Fires did 40,000 damage in this match. Pretty amazing though. I mean, it only took 12 minutes. In a longer game, I might have actually got even more damage. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe, and thanks for watching.